Hi there. As a few of you know, I went to the University of Maryland where I met this guy. Say hi to Testudo. And while there, I also ate a lot of crab cakes. Delicious. So today we're gonna make some crab cakes. But I also made a promise to you. I promised that I was gonna make some Eggs Benedict. Well, there is a variation of Eggs Benedict. Good catch, Testudo. Called Eggs Chesapeake. These combine Eggs Benedict that he's so proudly displaying and crab cakes. So to start off this dish, we're gonna make crab cakes. So let's make some crab cakes. First thing we're gonna need is some crab. Yes, I'm using canned crab. The reason why I'm using canned crab is the closest salt water to me is about 571 miles that way. And that's Salt Lake City. That's not gonna help me out. So things to watch out for with this crab. One, even though it is canned, even though it is pasteurized, it still needs to be refrigerated and you still need to watch that expiration date. It's still only good for maybe 5-6 months in the can, if it's refrigerated properly. So be cautious. Next thing we're gonna need is a little structural component, 1 egg. And we're gonna need some panko breadcrumbs. So structurally, we got everything we need in here. The eggs, the breadcrumbs. You can add mayonnaise. Mayonnaise well, think of what mayonnaise is. Eggs, oil. Oil is gonna make it feel moist. The egg is gonna help bind this. Well, we've already got an egg in there. We don't need it anymore. The other thing you're gonna see in there is mustard. Mustard has lecithin and some flavor to it. Well, I'm not really a big fan of mustard and crab. And a lot of places I've worked at and a lot of places I've tasted overdo it with the mustard. I don't like that. The other thing it has in there is lecithin. Lecithin, I've already got in the egg, so I really don't need the mustard. What I need is some flavor. Okay, well, where Testudo's from, he's gonna say this is what you need, flavor, but some friends from Louisiana are gonna swear by this stuff. Me, I'm gonna throw them back in the spice rack. I want something a little bit different. What I want is a little herbs, maybe some shallot, maybe some garlic, maybe a touch of olive oil. Gee, that sounds like my artichoke pesto, which I just happen to have a batch here. We're gonna give it about a tablespoon of the artichoke pesto. And I wanna kick it up a little bit of spice. I'm gonna give it a nice pinch of some dried chilies. And mix this up. You don't want to break it up too much. You just want to mix it till it combines. So what I'm looking for is I'm going to form a little patty. See how it holds together? It falls apart a little bit, but in general it holds together. That's exactly what I'm looking for. But while I was here, I forgot something. Salt and pepper. A few grains of pepper. A little salt. Now mind you, there is some salt and pepper in the pesto, so be careful with that. Now, if I were mixing this up to serve tonight, I'm leaving it like this. And just wrap it up, throw it in the refrigerator. So what do we need for this Eggs Chesapeake? Well, we need crab cakes. I showed you how to make the crab cake mix. English muffins, right here. Hollandaise sauce, right here. Now, if you don't know how to make a hollandaise sauce, go to my video on hollandaise sauce, one of the mother sauces. It's the 5th one I did on the mother sauces. So, the other thing we need is poached eggs. But we need to have the poached eggs ready at the same time as the crab cakes. Start by forming up our crab cakes. I'll be right back. I gotta get gloves. First, just kind of grab a little bit. I'm gonna make these a little bit flatter than normal. I kind of make a okay sign with my fingers. And then just wrap it out. So, first thing I'm gonna do though is, I told you we're gonna use some more of that panko. I'm gonna coat them in the panko. And what that's gonna give me is a nice crust. And again, you see how I'm making that okay sign, just forming the sides. Here we go. Get both sides coated in the panko. And let's cook them off. I'm gonna cook them off with a little bit of olive oil. And some butter. Okay, a lot of butter. We're just gonna pop these in here and let them sear. That's the butter browning. So I'm gonna give these a flip, get a nice little color on them. Now, the best part about these, every restaurant I've worked at, they don't finish them here. They finish them there. So the last thing we need for the Eggs Chesapeake is poached eggs. Let's poach some eggs. Oh, by the way, smash all the buttons except for the dislike. Just smash them all. Leave a comment, notification, hit the notification bell so that you know when I'm putting up a new video. Subscribe, like, share. Got it? I'm gonna poach some eggs. First, we're gonna need some water in here. I'll be right back. Now, a lot of people, when they poach eggs, they will poach them off in a deep pan. I'm not a big fan of that. I prefer a shallow pan. But the other thing is that they're gonna use no flavor. They're just gonna use plain water and maybe white vinegar. I'm not a big fan of that. We're gonna go nice heavy pinch of salt though. That's probably about a tablespoon. And we might as well put some vinegar in there that's gonna give it some flavor. Stay away from balsamic. Balsamic's bad in that. But just about any other vinegar you can think of. I've got apple cider. I'm also going to toast up our English muffin. We're going to split this up. You'll notice I'm not really cutting it. I'm just kind of wedging in there and just separating it apart. Until it just kind of tears apart. See? Good. And again, I'm going to hit it with a little bit of butter. Okay. While that's coming up to a boil, which it's almost there, I'm going to throw these in the toaster oven. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Two eggs. That's almost to a boil. We don't want it at a full boil, but I want it to come up to temperature quicker. And being in Colorado, this water is going to boil at about, or Colorado Springs, this is going to boil at about 202 degrees. I'm about 6,800 feet above sea level. Got to compensate for that. I think we're looking good on the boil right now. I'm going to cut down the temp about to 180 degrees. And I'm going to start putting in the eggs. You can move these to a custard cup and then slowly drain them in. And there is a technique to doing that. I'm used to just popping them in. I'm going to show you the custard cup technique. Crack your egg into the custard cup. Then take your egg and the custard cup and just kind of slowly let the water come in to your custard cup. And then just slowly let it fall out. All right, the eggs are almost ready. I've got some asparagus. I've got my English muffin toasted off. Pull the crab cakes out. Throw them on there like that. Eggs are done. One of the problems you see with a lot of people at home, and they skip this step, clean napkin. Reach in, carefully grab your egg, and let it soak up all that extra liquid. Flip it back onto there. And carefully put your egg on top of the crab cake. I like to drain the, just to make sure that excess water is off the eggs. And number two. All right. Now let's finish it off with some of our hollandaise. And we might as well put some on the asparagus. We know how we like that, right? And just a little bit of garnish. I'm gonna take some more of my chilies, my dried chilies, and just give it a little color. Here we have Eggs Chesapeake, a variation of Eggs Benedict. There are, just in a quick search, I found like 20-30 different variations of Eggs Benedict. Doesn't have to be the Canadian bacon that we're all used to. Like I said, this is crab cakes, Eggs Chesapeake. I've seen variations with even corned beef for like an Irish take on it. But, no, we'll see how Testudo likes it. Do you like it, Testudo? You're very talkative today, aren't you? I'll see you next time.